Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing some invasions with a new build. It's a magic battle mage type build. It's a really good one. I used to use this on my old Xbox days, and it's a character that I wanted to bring over and try in seamless. So we're a level 125 build. Again, 125 is going really good. We've got 60 vigor, 60 intelligence. Now that's not enough to use all of the spells on the build, 60 intelligence, so in the flask I'm using the intelligence not crystal tier to boost intelligence by 10 for 3 minutes, which allows me to use all the spells. Our main weapons on the build will either be using the Moonlight Greatsword or a magic lance. So we'll be alternating between those in our main weapon hand. The Ash of War on the Lance's Loretta Slash hits really hard. It's really good magical lance with a good Ash of War. In the second weapon slot we've got a knife with Endure on it. I just love using Endure, comes in handy when things get a little bit spicy. Voice through attacks to land some big damage. And the staff we're using is a Carrion Regal Scepter with the spinning weapon Ash of War, which is absolutely disgusting and just melts people for fun. Yeah, the talismans guys. Graven Mass Talisman, Shard of Alexander, Radagon Icon and Stargazer Heirloom. And then I've got a nice variety of spells on the build. We've got a Carrion Slicer, absolutely standard on any kind of battle mage build. We've got a Duelist Moonblade. We've got a Carrion Piercer. I've got the Rani's Dark Moon. When I do use the flask to boost my intelligence, I can use it. I've got a Comet. I've got the Great Blade Phalanx. And I've also got Loretta's Mastery, the big magic bow that you can fire. So yeah, we've got some really hard hitting spells. It's a really nice build that you can do a lot of different things with. Not the most poised, but we make do with the Endure and the knife. And that's it guys. Let's get into those invasions and have a look at some juicy, lovely kills. So guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an absolutely awesome day. We've got a really good invasion to start the video off with here against these two dirty white mask users. We all hate a white mask, don't we? Especially when one of them's got double bleed twin blades and is just spamming those jump attacks. And then the other one, for some reason, has got the Moonlight Greatsword and the Blasphemous Blade, I believe. Very strange combination, but he's still a white mask user. And we still love to hate him. And he's about to fall. Look at that beautiful shot with the moon. Mind you, I say a beautiful shot, but it does auto track, but I'm still going to take credit for it. But this was a really good starting invasion because it kind of showcases the build in all its glory. We're using all of those different spells. We're mixing in some nice weapon attacks. And it's always good to kill a duo pair of white mask users. You can see there, the Ash of War on the Lance did some really good damage, and then the boy, bless his little heart, he just gave up. He'd just had enough. His friend had died. He was all alone in the world against a wizard with a lance and a load of really good spells. And he just thought, I can't take this anymore guys. I'm going to get an early shower and I'm going to call it a day. Now this was a strange one. I spawned right into this really tight little corridor, but we managed to just buy a little time there, get a little space while these two were like trying to, you know, rush me down. I created a little space. I got rid of the first one and then came back and I just used that spinning weapon on the second one. And spinning weapon, what more can I say about a spinning weapon besides the fact that it spins? And it's a weapon that spins and it creates a load of damage, and if someone just walks into it acting the Schmeagle and doesn't think about what they're doing, they're going to get absolutely blended. And if things were looking a little bit spicy, well, I've got Endure on my dagger and then I can do spinning weapon out of Endure. And they're just going to get absolutely sozzled, aren't they? You know what I mean? It's just an absolute beast machine. Spinning weapon is such a good aspect of this build. I love having it on the build. I actually used to use this build with the staff that we're using. the Royal Regal Scepter or whatever it's called. I actually used to use that in the right hand weapon slot, and then have the lance or the Darkmoon Greatsword in the offhand. It worked quite well. I did like to do that because it gave me really quick access to spinning weapon. But I started using it on this build, and I just decided that there's kind of just no point. There's not really much point doing it. It doesn't really take too long to put the scepter into the right hand so you can use spinning weapon. And the attacks from the weapons being in the right hand instead of the left hand, the weapon attacks just are so much better, and it just works better as a build. It makes sense to have the staff in the left hand, and we can still do all kinds of fun stuff with our weapons and our spell combinations. Unlucky though not to get him with the bow shot, Loretta's Mastery. That would have been a nice kill after hitting him with the moon, but the fight goes on, and he's got that nice bloodhound curved sword, fire infused, is it? Either way, he does a ton of damage, and his mates come with rivers of blood now, so I get a nice little help from the dragon. This guy just wanders too far afield. He saw the red mist and he came after me with all his might and all his glory, but he forgot about the dragon in the background. Thanks for the assist, Mr. Dragon, I do appreciate it. He got a little bit excited then, didn't he? Now we're back onto Rivers of Blood, man. Now, you always got to be careful of rivers, guys. Rivers of Blood is just, it's a bit of a menace whenever you come against it. Do you know what I mean? Whenever you're facing the rivers, you've got to be careful. But watch this kill. Rivers of Blood boy has got on his toes and he's took off running. But watch this. Loretta's Mastery, long range, big damage. Follow that up with the phalanx. Get absolutely destroyed. Oosh. Speaking of Rivers of Blood, I'm reading a fantastic book at the minute, a fantasy series. The first one was called Empire of the Vampire. The second one's called Empire of the Damned. If you like your reading, guys, if you like vampire books, if you like fantasy books, if you like dark fantasy books, dark fantasy. Dark fantasy. If you like all that stuff, guys, Empire of the Vampire by J. Christoph is absolutely awesome. And the reason I mention that is because the main guy in the story, the protagonist, that's right, isn't it? His sister becomes a vampire, but she gets this really cool power, right, where she can control blood, and she fights other vampires with this sword that is actually made out of her own blood. She slices her hand, and then she controls her own blood. Oh, I made a bit of a mistake here. Look at this, I get a nasty little backstab, but the fight goes on. But yeah, his sister anyway, she slices open her hand and she can control her own blood, and she forms it into this really strong, powerful sword that she fights with. It's just awesome, guys. And it always, whenever I'm reading it and she's fighting, it always just reminds me of Rivers of Blood. And it's just like, it's the perfect thing to kind of, what Rivers of Blood is, isn't it? It's like a blood sword, and yeah, really good book. Yeah, reminded me of Rivers of Blood anyway, that's why I thought I'd mention it. A bit random. We've tailed off a little bit, haven't we? We've tailed off from the video, but look at this. We've just killed one of them with spinning weapon again. It's so good, guys. When someone's being aggressive and you've got a spinning weapon on the build, just spin it in the face. Just give them a little spin, and it always kills them. And now we're against this Redan Kevin. He's using honest Rivers of Blood, which I always respect. I'm actually seeing a lot of this lately, you know, in Seamless. A lot of people using the honest rivers. You've got to like it, guys. You've just got to appreciate it. He starts crouching for some reason. You want to stand up, mate? You're dead. You're dead. Why did you start crouching? I'll tell you why. I reckon I know why, right? Because I've been doing this a lot myself. If you've been playing a lot of Elden Ring Night Rain, like I have, you always end up crouching sometimes, because in Night Rain you tap the left thumbstick, don't you, to sprint faster. You start sprinting and then you tap the left thumbstick to do that ultra fast sprint. But obviously in Elden Ring Standard Edition, that doesn't work, so you always end up crouching like an absolute schmeagle. But this was a good invasion anyway, right? I spawned in, there's 3 of them, and I thought they were just going to gank me, so I go in all aggressive and aggro. But then I realised they just want to take me on one-on-one, like 3 absolute heroes. So we go at it, boys, we go at it, one-on-one, 3 of them, one at a time. And this first one's got this cool shield, I forget what it's called, but it's the big old fire-breathing shield. And he posed a little bit of a problem because he kept blocking all my stuff, but I was getting that chip damage through, so I just had to bide my time. You can see he's blocking everything and doing a good job of it as well. And he keeps coming back with that fire. But he lets his guard down for a second and the comet kills him. And it's just unlucky, my friend. Just unlucky. I like your style with the shield. I do like your style. But now we're on to the second one. Give him a little bow. Let him know what the crack is. And now we're on him straight off. He's got some Antspur rapiers. Just the one, but still a deadly weapon. And you've still got to be careful. You can see what I was going for here. We endure into the moon. And he does a really good a really good dodge on the moon there. But we follow it up with some aggression. He's on the back foot. And we're just going at him, boys. We're going at him with all we've got. Comes back with a little bit of an Antspur rapier poke, but we finish him off. We finish him off in style. And now we're on to the last one of the party. The last guy with his big colossal weapons. What a varied party this is to run into. I used a little Starlight Shard here because I used all my flasks, and this was a long fight, obviously, against 3 of them. So I needed the Starlight Shards there to top up my FP. But yeah, what a varied party. You've got one guy just using a shield with a fire. You've got another one using a single Antspur rapier, which is all good in my books. And then you've got this absolute beast using the big dual colossal hammers. What an awesome fight this was. 3 on 1, one at a time, and we finish him off. Nice, guys. GG's. What an awesome trio. Stood back. Let me take them on 1-on-1. And we had just an awesome invasion. You've got to appreciate that, boys. You've just got to appreciate it. We're back with the lance in this invasion. Against this guy with a pizza cutter. You've got to love the pizza cutter. Underrated, guys. Underrated weapon. I think it's always kind of been underrated, actually. It does some mad damage, you know. Some really good damage. Looks absolutely ridiculous. Like, it does look insane, but it's a good weapon and I enjoy using it. But the Loretta Slash just finished him off. I don't care if he's got a pizza cutter. I really don't care because the Loretta Slash was just too much. But this invasion, this was funny, right? So there's this guy who I'm chasing now on spawn. And then he gets a friend in the background, like further up the hill there, there's a friend that spawns in, or he just like comes to help him or whatever. And we start having this little moon battle. He's a wizard as well, you'll see in a minute. You'll see, he turns up, yeah, you can see him in the background there. Here he is. His mates arrive to help him and he knows what's going on, he's just hid around the corner. And now this other wizard starts spamming moons at me as well. I fire one first, but then he says, oh no, you're not the only boy in town with the moon. I've got some moons of my own. And you'll see, he starts firing them over. This is the first one. But if you're a Dodge Master 3000 like myself, dodging the moon's not all that bad. Oosh! That's one dodge. You can see him now, firing another one. Look at this, I'm even confident enough to take a flask before the dodge. What are we on, 3 moons now? Is this a 4th moon? Dodge. 5th moon coming up. He's just got all the moons in the world, but I've got moons myself. Watch this. We can all fire moons. Look, I just killed your mate. Your mate's dead. But he's still firing his moons. I get a little bit excited here. I go in for a plunging attack thinking I might be able to hit him before it fires, but I take a big chunk of damage. Well, that's okay. I take a little bit more damage here, but you can see this wizard hasn't got much health. And just with one little swing of our sword, he's about to die. GG's. I love the moon spam, but I've got moons as well, and I've got a little bit more health, and just generally more damage than you, my friend. It was a good attempt. Now I've spawned into the academy here, and this guy was spamming that Ash of War when I was about 10 miles away from him. He was never going to reach me. But I get on him and I apply the pressure. Should have finished him off here, but I give him a little bit too much space and he's able to heal. But that's absolutely fine because we can carry on harassing him. And he's got that Burger King helmet on, hasn't he? He's got that ugly, ugly helmet. I don't care what kind of wizard you are, but you should never wear that helmet. Just for fashion reasons. This is funny as well. As the lift's going down, we send a moon. Gets a little bit delayed because the lift's just landed. But he takes a massive hit of damage. Follow that up, Loretta Slash. And then there we go. Nice stylish kill. Finished him off easy peasy. And then this is actually the same invasion. Couldn't find his mate, so I just popped the invasion tool again. And his mate is just chilling in the round table hold. And we finish him off in style as well. Nice and easy. Bish bash bosh. Simple as you like. Now this is the last invasion, guys, coming up next. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Nice bit of wizard action for you. I do like to do battle mages. I'm not much of a pure wizard, but I do enjoy doing these battle mage types of builds. Sorry if I can even get my words out. But anyway, I'll shut up, let this invasion finish. Hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you all on the next one.